Hey guys, being born a honey badger kinda sucks. It's hot, it's dry, it's loud. You're blind, hairless, and hidden underground, while the world above is filled with predators, venom, and things that want you dead before you even know what living is. And the truth is, you're not here to play nice. You're here to survive. But don't worry, you're not here to fight not right now. You're here to rest. So, before we begin, take a moment to like the video, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And tell me in the comments where you're tuning in from and what time it is. It's always fascinating to see who's falling asleep all around the world. Now, dim the lights. Maybe let the buzz of the night settle into the background, like insects hiding in the heat. Let your breath slow, and let's ease into tonight's dusty and fascinating journey together. Chapter 1. You are born in the dirt. You are born into darkness, and the first thing you feel is heat. The heat of the earth pressed against your skin. The heat of your mother's breath as she hovers over you. And the heat inside your own body, pulsing and raw, as life begins without warning. There is no light here, no sky, no sound except the slow, steady thud of your mother's heartbeat echoing through the tunnel walls. You are blind, hairless, helpless. A pink, wrinkled shape, curled in a space barely wide enough for your mother to turn around in. The burrow is narrow, shallow, and alive with scent-crushed soil, old blood, damp roots, the musk of predator and prey. This is your first world. A world carved by claws and shaped by survival. Your mother dug it herself fast, determined, without hesitation. A womb beneath the earth, hidden from the burning sun and the sharp eyes of jackals, leopards, snakes. Because out there, life doesn't wait for you to grow teeth. But down here, in this small chamber beneath the dry grasslands of Africa, there is a moment of stillness, a fragile pause before the chaos. You feel her move beside you, her body warm, her skin thick like hardened leather. She grunts softly. You smell her strong, bitter, wild. You don't know it yet, but she is one of the most fearless creatures on the planet. And she is your only protection. Days pass, then weeks. You don't remember when your eyes open. It doesn't matter, the burrow is still pitch black. But you start to feel things more clearly. The tremble of a lizard scurrying above, the thump of heavy paws walking too close, the rumble of your mother's low growl when something gets too near. She leaves for hours at a time. Each time she returns, she brings something in her mouth, something dead. You don't know what it is, but the smell is strong. Warm blood, cracked bone, and when she feeds you, it's not gentle. There's no comfort here, only instinct, only pressure. You chew because your body tells you to. You swallow because something inside you needs to. You eat because not eating means not surviving. There's no play, no games, no cuddling. Your mother does not groom you. She does not sing or nuzzle. She teaches you by existing, a silent force of nature that claws through the dirt, rips apart venomous snakes, and sleeps with one ear open, and you tiny, stubby, still half-formed, are learning everything through the heat of her body and the rhythm of her survival. You don't know the world yet. You don't know the sun. You don't know what waits above this dirt, beyond the roots, past the dry tunnel walls. But soon, you will, and when you do, it will not be gentle. The moment will come when the burrow is no longer enough, when your muscles ache to move, and your instincts scream to follow. But, for now, you sleep in the dirt, wrapped in silence, breathing the dust, waiting to become what you were born to be, a force no one sees coming, a predator with no fear, a honey badger, and your life is just beginning. Chapter 2. Nursing in the dark. You do not see your mother's face. You only feel her presence. Broad, solid, quiet. She does not groom you. She does not carry you. She is not here to comfort you. She is here to feed you and keep you alive. That is all. And even that, is not guaranteed. You nestle close to her belly in the blackness, drawn by scent and warmth. Your eyes are barely open, and still you cannot see. Everything is scent, everything is texture, everything is instinct. You do not recognize her voice, because she does not speak. You do not know her name, because she does not have one. You only know the thick, bitter sour smell of her fur, and the space beneath her front legs, where milk flows from a hidden source, thick, warm, and laced with survival. You latch on with trembling gums, barely able to grip. But you hold anyway, because hunger burns, and the only answer in this dark world is her. Her body is coarse, her fur stiff and musky, her skin loose and tough like raw hide. She shifts. A claw brushes your side. A heavy paw tucks closer to the wall. You feel the rumble of something outside, a thud, a shuffle, a hiss. Your tiny body goes still. Her body remains silent, but awake. And then, stillness again. She does not leave tonight. You feed until your belly is round and tight. Then you sleep, curled against her ribs, where it is warmest. Sometimes you dream, but not in colour, not in shape, only in pressure. The tunnel walls press close. The earth is heavy, and it shifts with every tremor above. Termites dig through the roof, unseen but heard. An occasional trickle of sand moves under your clawless feet, and beneath you, the blood in your mother's chest flows slow, steady, ancient. You grow heavier, you grow hair, short, rough hairs along your back, silver grey at first, later black. Your vision begins to blur into place. At first, only outlines, the curve of her shoulder, the ripple of her side as she breathes, the shimmer of her claws. Her claws, you stare at them often now, in your new, flickering sight. Thick, curved, dirty, and far too long to dig with speed alone. Those claws are meant for ripping, for opening nests, for unmaking things. You don't know it yet, but soon they will be yours. Your littermates twitch beside you in their sleep. One kicks, another coughs, a strange, dry sound. They do not cuddle, they do not coo. Like you, they are here to grow, not to play. Nursing slows over the days. Sometimes your mother returns late. Sometimes she drags in something strange, something with feathers, or fur, or scales still twitching. She doesn't explain. She doesn't chew it up for you. She leaves it, and you are expected to know what to do. At first, you only sniff. Later, you bite. The taste of blood, warm and sharp, stains your tongue. You spit, then bite again. Your jaw is still weak. Your teeth are soft. But each time, you chew a little longer. You hold your breath when the smell is too much. You swallow what your body lets you. And somehow, you start to like it. There is no ceremony, no celebration. Just the slow removal of comfort and the quiet arrival of responsibility. The burrow feels smaller now. You bump into your siblings more often. You push them out of the way, and they push back. Your claws begin to thicken little stubs of keratin, rough at the tips, scraping against the tunnel floor. And one morning, your mother does not come back. Not for a long time. You wait, and hunger returns. Not the soft hunger of milk, not the gentle ache of a delayed feeding. This hunger is sharp. It tightens your stomach and pricks at your brain. It makes you restless. It makes you crawl. You chew at a feather. You bite your sibling's tail. You gnaw at the tunnel wall, tasting clay, tasting dust. Still, she does not come, and for the first time, you realize something. This world owes you nothing. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to feed you. No one is watching over you. You will eat or you will starve. You will crawl or you will be buried. You will fight or you will not exist. This is how a honey badger is raised. Not with tenderness, not with care, but with time, teeth, and a tunnel that smells like death. And in that darkness, nursing becomes more than feeding. It becomes the first lesson. No one is going to help you, so you'd better help yourself. Chapter 3. The first steps outside. The tunnel smells different today. You don't know why, but you know it. It's in the way the wind moves through the burrow mouth. It's in the dry, sharp scent of grass, dust, and sun-baked dung drifting in. It's in the faint vibration of insect wings buzzing somewhere above, fast and wild. And it's in your mother. She's restless. She's already left the den once, early in the day, returned with a cracked skull of something unidentifiable. Its smell sour, its skin dry. Now she stands at the entrance, not deep inside the burrow, not beside you, but there where the earth begins to open. You watch her from the shadows, her nose lifted, her claws poised in the dust, her muscles twitching, even while still. The light leaking through the hole is not light you've known before. It's too wide, too white. It moves not like flame, but like sky. You do not trust it, but your legs are thicker now, and your breath is stronger. You feel heat rising from the tunnel walls. You feel the curve of your claws beginning to form. You are not a baby anymore. You are not helpless. So you follow. You drag your belly through the narrowing corridor until your whiskers brush dry air. You blink, squint, blink again. The world is blinding, not just the light, but the space, the openness, the endlessness of it. Sky above, grass bending, insects flashing past, cracks in the ground like scars. For a moment, your body freezes. Nothing holds you now, no ceiling, no wall. No warmth but the sun pressing down. You are exposed. Every instinct in your body screams at you to duck, to flatten yourself into the dust, to vanish into shade, to crawl back into the darkness where nothing sees you. But your mother does not pause. She walks into the heat like it's hers. Her shoulders sway, her claws dig deep, her nose points to the wind. She doesn't call for you, she simply moves. So, you move too. Each step is clumsy, your limbs stiff and unsure, your claws scraping the earth like tools not yet learned. But the earth gives. The dust rises, and the wild opens. You see it in fragments. The black glint of a beetle disappearing into a crack. The glitter of sunlight on snake scales far off in the grass. A shadow overhead fast, sharp-winged, gone in a blink. You freeze. You look up. You look down. You sniff the air, and it stings. It smells like everything. Heat, fur, rot, rain far away. A distant kill. A predator watching. You don't know where from, but you feel it. Your mother doesn't flinch. She walks. Slow, alert, head low. You stay behind her, but just barely. The world feels big, too big. You walk past thorn bushes and broken termite mounds. You hear the crackle of grass shifting in the breeze. You hear something hiss, not at you, but near you. Your heart jumps. You turn. Nothing. But that's the lesson, isn't it? Out here, if you hear it, it's already too close. She stops. You stop. She crouches low beside a rock, nose twitching, body still. Then an explosion of motion. She lunges forward. You flinch, almost fall backward. There's dust, a shriek, a snap, and then silence. She lifts her head with a tail dangling from her jaws, limp, bloodied. You smell it before you see it. Lizard. Big one, still twitching. She doesn't eat it. She drops it at your feet. You stare. She looks away. This is the world now. Kill or die. Eat or starve. Step forward or go back underground forever. So you lean forward. Sniff. Bite. Chew. You gag. The blood is warm and thick and sticky in your throat. You chew anyway, because this is not a lesson. This is not training. This is life. And from now on, no one is going to feed you. No one is going to protect you. You've seen the sun. You've felt the wind. You've tasted the kill. And there's no going back now. Chapter 4. First kill. The venomous lesson. The sun is different today. Not hotter, just heavier. It hangs over the land, like a weight. The wind is slow, lazy, carrying the scent of drying blood, stale dung, old fire. You are walking alone. Now, not far from the den, not far from your mother, but just far enough for the silence to feel unfamiliar. The ground is cracked under your paws. The dust clings to the edge of your claws. Your ears twitch at every flick of grass. Your belly is empty. This is the kind of hunger that makes your thoughts sharp. Not panicked, not desperate, just focused. You're not strong enough to chase anything yet. You don't have speed. You don't have strategy. You don't have strategy. But what you do have is instinct. And instinct pulls you toward the thorn bush. The shade beneath it is cool. Cool means moisture. Moisture means life. And life means food. You crouch low, muscles tight, not from training, but from something older, something your body remembers before you ever stepped into sunlight. Your nose twitches. Your breath stills. And there, you hear it. A rustle. Soft, short. Just one movement. You freeze. Ears forward. Eyes locked. Then, the shape appears. Not big. Not fast. But dangerous. Its head is too wide for its body. Its scales glisten in the dust. It moves in curves. Slow and deliberate. Each inch of motion full of calculation. A puff adder. Your body knows before your brain does. Not safe, not food, but maybe. You don't hesitate. There is no analysis. There is no waiting. You leap forward, claws outstretched, teeth bared. You land wrong too high, too soon. The snake jerks. Its body folds beneath you. And with a flash so fast you can't even see it. It strikes. Pain explodes through your cheek. Not sharp, not slicing. Deep, burning, internal, like fire injected under your skin. You stumble back. You taste blood your own. Your face pulses. Your eye blurs. You shake your head, and it only makes it worse. But you do not run. You do not run. Your paw slams down again. This time, on the neck. You bite, hard, again and again. The body thrashes beneath you. Muscles spasm. Tail whips the dirt. But you hold. You dig in. Your jaw does not let go. And then, silence. You wait for the twitching to stop. You wait for your breath to slow. The burning doesn't fade. Not yet. The venom is working its way into your blood. Your heart pounds. Your limbs feel heavier by the second. Your vision narrows. You lie beside the snake, panting in the dust. Minutes pass. Maybe hours. The world flickers at the edges. But, eventually, the pain stops growing. It doesn't vanish. It just levels out a hot line beneath your skin. Steady, but bearable. Your body holds it. Somehow, this is not your first bite. It won't be your last. You don't know it yet, but your kind has something special. A strange resistance to pain, a tolerance for venom. Your cells fight it, slowly, relentlessly, and while others would die, you recover. You roll over in the dirt. Your face throbs. The swelling is real. The blood is sticky across your jaw, but beside you lies the snake, dead, still. Your kill. You nudge it with your snout, bite again, drag it toward the bush, and eat. Bitter, rubbery. Not what you wanted, but enough. You chew until your jaw aches. You swallow hard pieces. And when you've eaten all that you can, you lie flat against the earth, letting the heat soak into your fur. The pain lingers. It won't leave for days. But in this place, pain is not a warning. It's a part of the process. You are not fast. You are not strong, but you are stubborn, hard to kill, harder to stop. This is your first solo kill. And already, the world has tried to punish you for it. But you're still here, still breathing, still hungry, and somewhere in the dry air, you smell the next lesson. Chapter 5, Learning by Hunger. You wake up, and you're already hungry. Not the sharp pain from before, not the venom-driven ache. This hunger is quieter, but deeper. It starts in your belly, then moves to your bones. It makes your limbs feel heavier. Your breath feels thinner, and the sun, when you finally crawl from your resting place, feels hotter than it should. There's no food left from yesterday, no kill to drag under a bush and chew again. And the truth is, you failed to kill anything last night. Your bite missed. The bird flew. The rat vanished. The insects were too fast. The world doesn't care that you're learning. The hunger does not care that you're young. It comes anyway. And so you begin walking. This is how you learn now. Not from instruction, not from example, but from need. You walk low to the ground, belly brushing the earth, tongue flicking out every few steps, tasting the dust, tasting the wind, looking for trails, looking for mistakes. Somewhere, something has dropped its guard. Somewhere, something is too slow, too tired, too distracted. That's what you hunt for now, vulnerability. Not prey, opportunity. Your claws are longer, still clumsy, still better suited for digging than striking. But you use them anyway, tearing into old logs, smashing into termite mounds already half broken by aardvarks or porcupines. You lick up what's left, eggs, dirt, legs, whatever fits. You chew bark just to feel your teeth working. You bite the husk of a dead lizard just in case there's anything left. Sometimes there is. Most times there isn't. And when there isn't, you walk farther. You crawl under fences. You slip into dry gullies where goats once passed. You sniff piles of bones left by leopards, looking for scraps. You're not proud. You don't have the luxury of pride. Because pride does not fill your belly, and pride does not keep you alive. You learn to steal. You learn to snatch a bite from hyena leftovers before they return. You learn to dig through old kills, tearing open buried caches made by jackals, even if the meat is rot soft and crawling with flies. You eat it anyway. You vomit, then eat again, because this is how hunger trains you. Not with lessons, but with consequences. You stop chasing the fast ones. You stop lunging at birds. You stop wasting energy. You learn that the key to survival is not speed. It's not power. It's not even cunning. It's this: persistence. You keep going through thorny brush that cuts your skin, over baking rock that burns your pads, into holes that smell like snakes, just to check for eggs. Your face is scratched. Your paws bleed. Your tongue stays dry. But you find something. A nest, hidden deep in the sand, under the roots of a burned-out tree. You dig hard, fast. Clumps of dirt fly behind you. The tunnel collapses as you move forward, your entire body wedged between roots and heat. Then the smell hits you, strong, pungent, alive. You push through the last layer of earth and find them. Eggs. Dozens of them, lined up in a curve, still warm, still untouched. You don't wait. You don't pause. You crush the first between your teeth. It bursts. You swallow. Then another. Then another. You don't stop until your belly swells. You don't leave one behind. And when you finally crawl back out into the sunlight, panting, covered in dust, shaking with effort, you lie on your side and feel the weight of fullness. Hunger is quiet again. For now, you close your eyes, you breathe in the shade, and you understand something. You are not just a hunter. You are not just a scavenger. You are something more dangerous than both. You are adaptable. You survive no matter what. Chapter 6. The first challenge. Facing a jackal. It starts with a scent. Not strong. Not fresh, but clear enough to make you stop. You're walking through open scrubland, dry grass underfoot, cracked stone, the wind stirring dust into your fur. The morning heat has just begun to rise. Insects flicker between thorns. Nothing moves fast. But that scent, it lingers in the air. Like breath, like fur, like something that eats what you eat. You pause. Your nose lifts. Jackal, your heart doesn't race. Not yet, but your ears tilt forward. Your body shifts into alertness without your permission. You know the smell. Your body knows the shape that goes with it. Not a lion, not a leopard, a jackal, faster than you, lighter, sharp teeth, but small enough to doubt itself, big enough to be a problem. You don't want to fight, not because you fear one, but because fights waste energy. And right now, all you want is the bird you just killed. It took you 40 minutes to catch it. You tracked it through thornbrush, crawled through rocks, lunged 3 times before your jaws finally found its wing. It's not a big bird, but it's yours, and you are not going to lose it. You drag the body toward the base of a tree, somewhere with cover, somewhere out of sight. But it's too late. You hear it before you see it. Padded feet, soft paws on dry grass. Then, a sharp breath. The jackal steps into view, not charging, just standing, head low, eyes locked on you. It sees the bird. It sees you. You freeze. The air holds still between you. Your teeth clamp tighter around the carcass. It doesn't blink, and neither do you. This is not hunger anymore. This is testing. The jackal is weighing the distance, weighing your size, weighing the scars on your face, the blood on your paws, the set of your jaw. It thinks you're small. It thinks you're alone. It thinks you'll drop the bird and run. And for a moment, you think about it. You really do. You've never fought another predator. Not like this. Not directly. You've stolen food before. You've taken bones from kill piles. You've smelled fear in yourself and walked the other way. But not now. You don't run. You set the bird down. You take one slow step forward. The jackal shifts. Its ears flick. Its paws stiffen, but it doesn't move back. So, you keep walking, your body low, your claws curled into the earth. You do not growl. You do not bark. You don't need to. Everything about you speaks loud enough. I will not chase you, but I will hurt you. The jackal lowers its head. You stop, 5 steps away now, close enough to strike, too close to fake courage. Your legs are tense. Your face still aches from the old snake bite. You are tired, hungry, alone. But you do not step back. You stand still, unmoving. And something happens. The jackal breaks eye contact, looks at the bird, looks at you, and then it leaves. No noise, no drama. Just turns and disappears into the brush. You don't follow. You walk back to the bird. You pick it up and you eat. The meat tastes better now, not because of the flavour, but because you kept it. You defended what was yours, and nothing took it from you. You understand something new now. You don't need to be the biggest. You don't need to be the fastest. You just have to be willing to stand, to hold your ground, to make the choice not to flee. Because sometimes just the look in your eye is enough to make the wild back down. And next time, you won't wait. Chapter 7, The Hive and the Stings. You smell it before you see it. Sweet, sharp, unnatural. It doesn't belong in the dust or the bone-dry air. It doesn't belong in the thorn brush or the roots of the acacia. This scent floats above it, all warm and golden, like sap, like fire, like something alive. You stop. Lift your head. Sniff. There's no meat on the wind. No blood. No fur. No heat from prey hiding in a hole. Just that smell. Honey. You've never eaten it before. Not properly. But your body reacts before your thoughts do. Because somewhere, deep in your instincts, the blueprint of your ancestors is calling. You've inherited more than claws. You've inherited the memory of sweetness, and the willingness to suffer for it. You follow the scent, step by step, across cracked dirt, through spiny weeds that cut at your sides. It grows stronger. Bees begin to buzz. You hear them before you see them. A thick, rising hum in the branches. A sound that doesn't fade when you get close. It grows louder, angrier. You look up, a broken tree trunk, split at the base, hollow at the center, rising out of the bush like a monument of stings and sweetness. Inside, they've built their world. You can't see the hive yet, but you feel it. You feel the heat radiating from the wood. You hear the rhythm of the wings. You see the flicker of tiny bodies launching and landing in waves. You blink slow. Then you rise on your hind legs. And you sniff. The bees don't wait. The first sting lands on your cheek. Then your snout. Your eyelid. It feels like fire. Sharp, burning, followed by 10 more. You grunt. You shake your head. But you don't back down. Because that smell, that impossible sweetness, has already taken hold of you. You dig. Your claws slam into the hollow trunk, splintering dry wood. Bees swarm in a frenzy. Your nose swells. Your ears twitch with pain. You snort. You dig deeper. One claw breaks through. A soft, golden wall gives way. Then another. The scent explodes into the air. Honey. Real. Warm. Alive with life and heat and risk. And now, you are all in. You shove your head inside the hive. The stings are unbearable. You feel them in your gums, inside your nostrils, under your eyes. You do not stop, because your mouth is already filled with sweetness. Not like meat, not like eggs or lizards or cold carrion. This is something different. This is pure energy. This is gold you can chew. This is worth it. And so, you endure 30 stings, 50, more. You rake your claws along the comb, crush the wax, scoop honey with your tongue. Bees land in your mouth. You chew through them. It hurts. It burns. Your vision blurs. And still, you don't stop. When you finally pull away face swollen, eyes half closed, bleeding from stings and splinters, you drag yourself to the shade of a nearby rock, and you collapse. Mouth sticky, tongue coated, stomach full. You pant. Your skin aches. Your head pounds. The pain radiates from every part of your face, like a dull heartbeat. But your body begins to settle, slowly, deeply, because the honey is working now, feeding you in a way that meat doesn't. It fills something else. You close your eyes, and behind your lids, the taste remains. Warm, rich, thick as sunlight. And even as the swelling keeps you from sleeping, you already know you'll do it again. Because you're not just a killer. You're not just a scavenger. You're not even just a survivor. You're something else. A creature willing to suffer for sweetness. Chapter 8. Nightwalker. The world after sunset. You don't wait for darkness. You wait for the moment before it. The sky is still glowing that quiet, gold-blue haze just after the sun slips below the land. But the air is already different. Cooler, slower. The birds are quieter now. The wind stops gusting and settles into a hush. You lift your head from the dust. You've been resting under thornbrush all day, belly full of leftover comb, tongue still thick with the memory of honey. The swelling from the stings has gone down. Mostly, one eye still squints from the ache. But your breath is strong. Your paws itch to move. Because night is yours. Your kind does not thrive under the burning sun. You are not made for speed or visibility. You are made for shadow, for scent, for silence. You stand. Dust slips off your fur like old thoughts. You stretch your front legs forward, claws dragging through dry soil. The day has burned enough. Now the ground cools, and your time begins. You step out into the open. The sky has changed again. Black, now deep, wide, endless, but not empty. It is alive with sound. Not the shouts of the day, but the whispers of the wild. Owls call in distant trees. Crickets sing under rocks. A hyena whoops far to the east. Footsteps, small ones, shift across the brush. You hear all of it. You smell more than you see. Your eyes aren't built for sharp vision. They catch light, but not detail. But that doesn't matter, because you know how to listen, and you know how to wait. You move low to the ground, belly close, shoulders shifting in rhythm with the earth. You aren't trying to be quiet, you just are. Every footstep is intentional. Every pause is measured. Every breath is tuned to the wind. There are rules in the night-old ones. The leopards move quietly. The owls wait above. The rodents are brave for a few hours. The snakes stretch from their dens, warmed from the day's sun. And you drift between them, not unseen, but undeterred. You find a trail, not fresh but recent enough. A dragging pattern across the sand. Soft indentations. A flick of scales. Something long and slow and foolish enough to move while you are awake. You follow, not fast, just focused. The scent leads you around a boulder, under low branches, into a hollow space where moonlight can't quite reach. And there, it moves. A snake. Small but not harmless. Its body coils tight, sensing you. Its tongue flicks the air. Its head lifts in warning. You do not hesitate. You are not here to ask. You are not here to think. You lunge. Teeth find flesh. Your jaws clamp behind the skull. It twists, coils, snaps. But you hold. Still, patient. Your claws pin the body. Your weight sinks low. No poison lands this time. No burning pain. Just the slow, rhythmic pulse of your breathing as the snake stops moving. You do not eat it yet. Not here. Not out in the open. You drag it beneath a thorn bush, tuck yourself into the roots, and begin to feed. The skin tears between your teeth. The muscle is warm. Your throat works slow, unbothered by the bitter aftertaste. You eat because it's time, because this is how the night rewards those who move in silence. And when you finish, you don't go home. You keep walking, because out here, the night does not sleep. There are eggs to be stolen, frogs to be caught, carrion to be sniffed out before the jackals arrive, beetles crawling under bark, tortoises buried in shallow dirt. You do not waste the darkness. Because you are not resting, you are hunting. You are watching, smelling, moving. You are the shape that does not stop. You are the hunger that does not ask. The claw that doesn't knock. The shadow that doesn't blink. You are the honey badger, and the night is your kingdom. Chapter 9. The burrow that wasn't yours. You've been walking for hours. The night is old now. The stars are steady above you, humming silently through the black sky. The air is cooler, thinner. Your stomach is full, but your legs are heavy. The ground under your paws is uneven. Too many roots, too many rocks, too many places with nowhere to lie down. You are not hunting. You are not feeding. You are looking for something else. Shelter, a place to sleep. Not just shade, not just cover. A hole, a home. Something dug deep enough to hide from the day. Something you don't have to build. You don't build much. Not because you can't, but because why dig when someone else already has? The wild is full of homes that don't belong to you. Yet, you follow your nose. There's a scent in the dirt old. Dry, stale with fur. You pause, sniff again. Yes, someone's here. You follow the curve of a hill, slide between two boulders, and then you see it. A tunnel mouth, half hidden beneath a clump of dry grass. Worn smooth around the edges. Paw prints around the opening. Fresh ones. The burrow is occupied. You don't know who's inside. Not exactly. But you know the sign's soft smell, twitchy scent. Rodent, likely an aardvark or spring hare. Maybe something else. It doesn't matter. You are not asking for permission. You dig your front claws into the dirt just outside the entrance. The ground is soft here, cool and packed from use. You widen the tunnel, you huff once, then you grunt, a low, short, sharp sound that vibrates through the soil. A warning, I'm here, I want this. Leave now, there is no answer. So you grunt again, louder, lower, still nothing. You stomp once with your front paw. Your claws rake the ground, and then, movement, you hear it. A scramble, panic, the sound of something retreating, bumping against the walls of its own home. You brace yourself. A moment later, it bursts from the tunnel. Small, fast, wide-eyed, a scrub hare. It darts past you without making a sound. Gone in seconds. You do not chase. You do not watch. You walk into the burrow. The walls are close, but smooth. Worn from years of use. It's warmer in here. Still smells like fur. But not for long. You move to the back. Turn once. Then again. And settle. It's not yours. But it is now. This is the way of things. Out here, nothing belongs to anyone unless they can hold it. Not food. Not territory. Not even rest. You didn't dig this hole. You didn't earn it with effort. You claimed it. With presence. With boldness. With a simple message. I'm here now. Move. And it worked. You stretch out in the cool dirt. The earth fits your body like it was waiting for you. You feel the heat of your breath on the tunnel wall. Your pulse slows. Outside, the world keeps moving. But in here, for now, you do not. This burrow wasn't yours. But it is yours now. And when you wake, if someone else wants to take it from you, let them try. Chapter 10. The predator becomes prey. The wind is wrong tonight. You notice it slowly. Not with a sound, not with a sight, but with the hairs on your back standing up one by one. You pause. The wind has shifted, coming from the south now. Dry, but not empty. It brings something with it. Something that doesn't belong to the air. A smell, not meat. Not carrion, not fear. Precision, a clean scent. Sharp, controlled, cold. You lower your body to the ground. Your nose touches the dust. You inhale, long, steady, focused. Then again. Slower this time. There it is. Faint, but real. Leopard. Your muscles tighten not from panic, but from memory. Because you've seen the claw marks. You've walked past their kills. You've heard their breath behind the trees at night, even when you never saw them. And you know something most creatures don't. Even fearless things can die. You don't run. You don't freeze. You listen. The insects are still chirping. That's good. The owls are still calling. Also good. But the brush ahead of you is too still, too quiet, too orderly. You back away slow, silent. Your eyes scan the trees. Nothing. But that doesn't mean it's safe. A leopard can climb. A leopard can wait. You turn left into thicker brush. Your shoulders squeeze through tight space. Thorns scrape your side. Your whiskers twitch. You're not moving towards safety. You're moving into cover. Because a chase favors them. A strike from above is their game. But the ground is yours. You flatten, belly to soil. Every step measured. You don't make a sound. You don't blink too long. You move as if the land belongs to your bones. Then you hear it. A soft footfall behind you, too heavy to be prey, too soft to be careless. You stop breathing. Then you hear the next one, closer, slower, not charging, stalking. You've become the thing being hunted, and yet you do not panic. You angle toward a tree root, thick, wide, hollowed at the base. You slide under it, pushing dirt with your paws, using your body to shape the ground. You disappear beneath the roots. Your heart pounds. Your nose drips, but your mind is calm, because this is where instinct takes over. You've stolen burrows. You've chased jackals. You've been bitten by snakes and stung by bees. You don't live your life trying to avoid death. You live your life in spite of it. The world outside slows. The footsteps stop. You wait. The leopard knows where you are, but it also knows what you are. Tough skin, sharp teeth, a creature that bites back. Most of the time, it's not worth the cost. And tonight, it chooses silence. You smell it moving away. No rustle, just absence. It's gone. You crawl out hours later. The sky has begun to pale. Dawn, you are covered in dirt. Your nose is bleeding from a branch. Your breath comes slow, but you are alive. And you remember something. You are not invincible, but you are unbreakable, because the wild will come for you. But you are always ready to come back. Chapter 11. Broken claw, open ground. You don't feel it when it happens. Not at first. You're digging. Simple work. A familiar rhythm, one paw after the other. Claws breaking through packed earth, pulling up roots, clearing a tunnel through the side of a dry bank. You're after something small. Something squeaking beneath the ground. Rodents. Eggs. You don't care. The scent is strong. The trail is clean. And the soil is soft enough to invite you deeper. You dig, claws, strike rock. Hard, unexpected. The sound is loud in the silence. The jolt travels up your leg. You pause. Something's wrong. You pull your paw back, flex your toes. One feels different, not missing, not bleeding, but wrong. You look down. Your second claw, left paw, is bent, cracked. You lick it. The taste is bitter, faint blood, but it's not the taste that matters, it's the heat, swelling, pulsing just beneath the surface. You press it into the ground and feel the throb climb your leg like lightning. It's broken. You lift your head, sniff the air. No danger. You exhale slow, silent. The pain is rising now. Not sharp, but deep. A dull pounding in your foot that makes the rest of the world feel suddenly unstable. You've broken claws before. Not like this. This one will stay. You back out of the tunnel. Each step sends a bolt up your leg. But you don't limp. You don't stop. Because out here, if you look injured, you're already dead. You keep moving, claw dragging slightly, paw twitching in the dust. Every step hurts. But pain is not a message to retreat. It's just a fact. You've learned to feel it without obeying it. Your kind doesn't cry. You don't collapse in front of trees and whimper. You don't lie down and hope someone sees your suffering. You heal on your feet. You adapt as you move. You walk until the sun drops below the sky. You walk until the insects return, until the wind turns cool again, until the dust rises behind you like smoke from your steps. And when you finally find shelter, an old aardvark burrow, shallow and dry, you crawl inside, body twitching with effort. You sit, and you stare at the claw, bent, dirty, cracked halfway down. A piece of you that no longer obeys. You lick it once more, not to fix it, just to acknowledge it, because this too is yours now. This wound, this ache, this adaptation, you do not mourn, you do not wish for healing. You wait, because the wild does not care how you feel, only whether you keep moving, and you will. Even if the claw breaks off, even if it scars, even if you lose half your paw, you will walk, you will dig, you will hunt. And when the ground gives again, and something squeaks beneath your feet, you will return to that rhythm. With 9 claws, or 8, or none, because pain is not the end. It's just a signal that you're still alive. Chapter 12. Scar maps and silent roads. You don't remember every fight, but your body does. It remembers the jackal tooth that tore your ear, the snake fang that burned your lip, the broken claw, that never grew back. The bee stings that left the skin on your nose hard like bark. The rock you slammed your paw on during a dig, too desperate to stop. Your body has no interest in healing clean. It does not aim for beauty. It does not erase the evidence. It keeps the damage, holds it, builds on top of it. Your body is not a memory. It's a map. And each scar is a trail you've taken, a kill you've won, a lesson written in muscle and skin. You wake under a dead log, curled into cool dirt. The broken claw still aches, but it's dull now, familiar. You stretch slowly. The road ahead doesn't call you. You don't need to be called. You move because movement is law, because staying still is too close to death. You crawl out into the pale light of morning. No birds sing. No clouds move. The land is quiet, not peaceful, just paused. And you begin walking. There's no direction, not really. Your kind doesn't migrate. You don't follow herds. You don't have a home to return to, but you roam. You've walked this stretch before, maybe yesterday, maybe weeks ago, but the wind changes, the soil dries, and with every step, the road becomes new again. You don't look for danger. You expect it. You don't avoid scent trails. You cross them. You dare them to come back, because you've learned what's yours is only yours if you're willing to bleed for it. The wind carries the smell of burnt grass, the bones of an old fire. Ash still clings to the bark of trees blackened by lightning, or maybe by a storm you don't remember. You pass through it like a shadow. You dig once, find nothing, move on. You pass a carcass, days old, bloated, leopard kill, picked clean. You sniff, lick the dry skin, move on. You don't eat because you want to. You eat because you must. Your stomach leads the rhythm. Your instincts guide the tempo. And the road unfolds, again and again, like a path written only for those who will not stop walking. Your body limps slightly now. You don't notice it. The pain has faded into the routine. One leg is heavier. One eye sees less. But you keep going. You pass burrows you've stolen before. Territories you've challenged and claimed. Nests you've raided and left torn behind you. Nothing here welcomes you back, because nothing here remembers you. But you remember, not in words, not in stories, in scars. Every twitch of pain, every thick patch of skin, every odd shape under your fur, a reminder that the wild does not forget. It writes on you, one claw at a time, one bite at a time, one narrow escape at a time. You walk until the sun reaches its peak. Then you find shade. Beneath a flat rock, cool enough, dark enough, safe enough for now, you curl into the dust. Breathe slow. Your scars press into the earth. And without thinking, you sleep. Because healing isn't something you wait for. It just happens. While you move. While you eat. While you bleed and dig and fight and sleep and wake and walk again. Your body carries everything you've been. And the wild does not care how long you've walked, only that you're still walking. Chapter 13. The smell of fire. You smell it before you feel it. At first, it's just another scent in the wind. Faint, far, dry, but not dust. Sharp, but not blood. It rolls across the land in waves, as if the sky itself had begun to burn. You stop walking. Your paw freezes mid-step. Your eyes narrow. The insects are silent. The birds are gone. The wind carries only heat. You know this smell. Even if you've never seen it up close, your body knows. Fire. You don't see it yet. Not the flames. Not the smoke. But you feel it in the way the ground has changed. The sand is warmer. The roots under your paws are brittle. The leaves crunch in unnatural ways. You sniff again, stronger now. The sky is darker, not because of night, but because of something moving, far beyond your eyes. There is no sound like claws, no growl, No threat to track or hunt or stalk. This is not a creature. It is not even alive. It is worse. It doesn't care. You turn your head. A gust rolls across your face, and suddenly, it's everywhere. The smell of fire thickens into taste, into heat, into pressure on your chest. The grass in front of you shivers, and then glows. Tiny flickers. Orange, then white, then gone, then back again faster. Spreading, climbing, dancing. Not like an animal, like a hunger with no eyes, no claws, no sense of fear or warning, only need. The flames leap between dry branches. They don't hesitate, they don't chase, they consume. You do not run, not yet. You stand, you watch. The wind turns again, and the smoke finds you. Your throat closes, your eyes sting, your instincts pull at your bones, and now you move. Not panicked, not chaotic, but with purpose. You know this isn't a fight. You can't bite fire. You can't outsnarl it or tear it apart with claws. You don't challenge fire. You outthink it. You turn toward lower ground, where the grass is green, where the earth is damp, where old burrows thread through the soil like hidden escape routes. Your pace quickens. The heat grows behind you. The air tightens. You move faster now, your paws slamming into loose dirt, your breath ragged. The ash follows. A jackal darts past, doesn't look at you, just runs. Birds cry overhead. Sharp, fast shapes vanishing into smoke. You drop into a shallow gully, lungs burning, eyes watering. You find a crack beneath a boulder. It's not deep, but it's enough. You press yourself inside, back first, claws ready, and you wait. The fire doesn't see you, but it surrounds you. The sky turns gold, then black. The wind howls, the trees snap, and you stay still. Time slows. The world contracts. The heat becomes a wall, but it passes, because even fire must move on. Eventually, the light fades. The roar softens. The crackle turns to silence. You crawl out. The land is changed. The air is hot, but still. The trees are bones. The grass is gone. The burrows are quiet. But the insects begin again, and the wind returns. You stand in the ash, covered in soot, claws blistered, eyes raw. And you breathe. You are not afraid, not even now. But you are reminded that some things in this world do not fear you either. Some things do not bleed. And even then you endure. Because you are not here to dominate the world. You are here to survive it. And survival means knowing when to fight and when to step aside. Chapter 14. A Badger in the Wind. You've walked this far, and now the world offers nothing. No scent, no trail, no movement, just open ground. The kind of space where the horizon looks the same no matter where you face, and the air tastes like sand. You pause at the edge of the brush. Behind you, burned trees, scorched earth, ash falling like dust from memory. Ahead of you, dry space, low grass, flat, pale land that whispers nothing back when you sniff. Still, your body moves forward, not from hunger, not from hope, but from something deeper, compulsion. Because out here, there are no signs, no instructions, no landmarks, only rhythm. And your bones know how to follow it. You step into the open. The wind meets you like a stranger, not hostile, but not warm either. It passes through your fur, presses into your side, lifts the dirt around your paws. It does not stop. It does not speak. It simply is. You walk anyway. Each step is the same. Each footfall lands in silence. Even your claws seem duller here, scratching dust instead of soil. The sun above you blinks behind a thin haze of cloud, too faint to burn, too distant to soften the chill. You don't sweat. You don't shiver. You just keep walking, because there is no place to hide, no log to sleep under, no burrow to steal, no scent of food hiding beneath bark or stone or root. Even the birds are gone, even the flies. Your stomach tightens. You ignore it. Your feet hurt. You ignore that too. You're used to the body's complaining. It's just a sound in the background. What matters is distance. Not the kind you can measure, the kind you feel, the kind your paws understand before your brain catches up. You're going somewhere, even if the land refuses to tell you where. You pass over hard soil, then gravel, then dry tufts of grass that crack underfoot like old bones. The wind changes, slightly. Now it's behind you, pushing, urging, or maybe just reminding you. The world is still moving, so you should too. You lower your head, sniff again, still nothing. Not food, not water, not even the scent of another living thing. But the wind carries something else. Memory. Not yours exactly. But your body remembers places like this. The long stretches between kills. The dry corridors between dens. The wide, wide spaces where nothing lives. Except you. You are a badger in the wind. And that means one thing. You do not stop. Not because you believe something better is coming. Not because you're hopeful. But because you are built to continue, even when nothing welcomes you. Even when no scent calls you forward. Even when your legs ache and your jaw is dry and the world turns blank in every direction. You walk because your instinct doesn't care about comfort. It cares about motion. And even here in the nowhere, in the numb, you are still moving. Still alive. Still dangerous. Still here. Eventually, the wind softens. Your steps slow, and far in the distance, so faint you almost miss it. You smell something. Not clear. Not clean, but alive. And that's enough. You lower your head and walk into the scent. Chapter 15. The hole in the tree. It starts with a sound you almost ignore. Not a warning. Not a threat. Not a growl, or a crack, or a rustle in the brush. It's small, delicate, too high for danger. A chirp, then another, short, rhythmic, insistent. You lift your head, not from fear, but from instinct. It's a bird, you know that, but not the kind that flees. This one is circling above you, small, brown, fast, wings flicker, beak opens. Another chirp. It flutters close, not in warning, not to defend a nest. It's calling, then it turns mid-air and flies low toward a patch of trees, stopping, often waiting, watching. Then it chirps again. You stare. It doesn't flee, it waits. This is strange. You are not used to being invited. Still, your paws begin to move, not because you trust it, but because your hunger is older than your suspicion. You follow the bird, slowly, through dry grass, past termite mounds, across a shallow, cracked stream bed. The bird flits from branch to branch. Each time it moves, it chirps again. Just once, just loud enough. You follow it to a clearing, and then you smell it. Sweet, sharp, alive, honey. The scent is thick here, warm and gold in the air, even before you see the source. Then you spot it. A tree, tall, split at the trunk, old and sun-bleached, with a narrow hole halfway up its bark. You rise onto your hind legs. Sniff. Yes, a hive. The bird flickers above you, wings fluttering, then disappears into the branches, quiet now. Its part is done. You drop back down. You've done this before. You know what comes next. You do not hesitate. The bark is dry, cracked. Your claws dig into it, splintering away the surface, peeling it back in layers. Bees pour out instantly. They scream in vibration. Their bodies thrum against your face, your ears, your nose. You are stung. You are bitten. Your skin swells again. But your claws do not stop. The tree groans as you pull away the side. And then, golden light, honeycomb, wide, soft, exposed. You lunge forward, bite deep. It's warm. Soothing, thick on your tongue, rich in your throat. The bees don't stop. They land in your mouth. They crawl across your eyes. You don't flinch, because the pain is temporary, and the sweetness will keep you alive. You drag the broken comb to the roots of the tree, curl into the dirt, and eat with slow satisfaction. When you're done, your lips sting. Your face is swollen, your fur is sticky, but you are full. And for a brief moment, the world feels quiet again. You glance toward the branches. The bird is gone, but you remember, because sometimes in this life, the wild gives nothing, and sometimes it leads you, not with kindness, not with care, but with understanding. You feed the bird by tearing the hive open, and in return, it shows you where to find it. Two creatures, one hunger, one moment, no words, no promises, only survival. You close your eyes, the wind softens, and once again, you sleep in the shade of something you never built, with your belly full of something you never found alone. Chapter 16. The Wrong Hole. You spot it just before dusk. A shallow mound, fresh dirt kicked out into the open, the shape of a tunnel mouth near the base of a tree. Cool air seeps from inside. It smells dry. It smells safe. And after hours of walking, fighting, stinging, and searching, it smells like rest. You don't hesitate. Your legs are sore. Your jaw aches. The sunlight is a dull orange behind your back. You step closer. Sniff. Then again, nothing too strong. No urine. No fresh kill. No feathers. No bones. You dig once, just to test the softness of the soil. It gives easily. The hole is narrow, but manageable. You lower your head, press forward, and slip inside. Instant relief. The tunnel hugs you, damp, still, cool against your sides. You crawl slowly, each inch darker than the last. You feel the weight of earth above you, and for a moment, it feels like peace. Your paws settle, your breathing slows. You curl your body into the soil, let the dust coat your face, and prepare to sleep. But then, a breath, not yours. It doesn't growl. It doesn't move. It just breathes, low, heavy. Behind you, you freeze. Not panic. Stillness. Every part of you becomes alert. You turn slowly, barely enough space to shift. Your nose finds it before your eyes do. Meat. Sweat. Teeth. Your ear twitches. The sound comes again. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Then, a low hiss. Not warning. Waking. You don't wait to meet it. You explode backward claws ripping through the tunnel wall, body twisting, back legs kicking up loose soil. The walls collapse slightly around you. You cough, snort dirt from your nose, drag yourself out into the open light. Just as something shifts inside the hole, you don't look back. Not until you're 10, maybe 12 paces away. Then you stop. You wait. The tunnel is still again. Whatever it was, maybe a python, maybe a porcupine, maybe something else that doesn't wait kindly, but it doesn't follow. Still, you don't return. You don't argue with the land. Sometimes it offers shelter, sometimes it offers teeth. Tonight, it offered both, and you almost didn't know the difference. You sniff the air again, search for another burrow, another tree root, another patch of cool earth that won't bite back. Eventually, you find one. A hollow log, shallow but clean, quiet, neutral. This time, you test it longer. Scratch the inside, sniff the corners. Only dust. You crawl in, curl up, breathing slower now. Your heartbeat settles, the sting of your mistake already fading. Because in the wild, even the wrong choices don't last forever. If you survive them, And tonight, you did. Chapter 17, When the Snakes Come. You feel the change before you see it. The grass flattens, the wind stills, the air thickens in your nose. Then, silence, not peace, alertness. You freeze mid-step, your body tenses, your belly lowers. There's no scent of fear, only oil, scale, stone, heat. Then you hear it. Not a growl, not a rustle, not a warning. A whisper, soft, slick, sliding. The snake is here. You spot it now. Camouflaged in dry grass, curled like a question. Its tongue flickers. Once, twice. It's watching you. It doesn't blink. Its head rises just slightly. Enough to draw a line of tension between its jaw and your heartbeat. It's not big, but it's enough. Black mamba. Or maybe a puff adder. Maybe something worse. You don't know the name, but your body knows venom. Still, you don't back down. Because this isn't a chase. This is a test. You've faced snakes before. You've been bitten. You've tasted pain so deep it pulls the world into black. But you also know something the snake doesn't. You come back. Your body can go cold. Still, your breath shallow, your pulse slow. You can drop like you're dead. And hours later, you wake. Slow, hungry, alive. So when the snake strikes, you don't dodge. Its fangs pierce your cheek. Its head twists away. The poison spreads. Hot, fast, sharp behind your eyes. You slam your jaws shut. Catch the snake mid-body. Bite down. Feel the crack. Feel the squirming stop. Then silence again. The world slows. The grass quiets. Your legs shake. You stagger into the shade of a nearby bush. Lay down. Let the venom work. Your vision fades to grey. Your breath thins. Your paws twitch. Once. And then nothing. No fight. No sound. Just darkness. But this is not the end. You've been here before. You drift inside your body somewhere deep. Somewhere slow. The kind of sleep that's older than rest. A reset. A reboot. A resurrection. Your cells rearrange. Your muscles unclench. Your blood remembers. Time passes. The sun shifts. Your eyelid twitches. And slowly, you wake. Not suddenly, not sharply, but like a candle rekindling, flicker, warmth, hunger. You lift your head. The snake lies still beside you. Your mouth is dry. Your jaw aches. But your heart beats. And that's enough. You rise. Shake the dust from your coat. Drag the dead snake into the bush. And eat it. Not out of revenge, but because the wild wastes nothing, not even pain. And as you chew, as the sun lowers, as your stomach warms with meat laced in your own survival, you remember again, you are not fearless. You are not invincible. You are not immortal. But you are hard to kill. And that, out here, means everything. Chapter 18. The long sleep. Your body gives the signal. Not a pain, not a wound, just a heaviness. It starts in your shoulders, settles in your paws, sinks into your chest. You've eaten, you've walked, you've fought. And now, without warning, you feel the call to disappear. Not to flee, not to hide, but to go beneath, to let time pass without you. You find it at dusk, a hollow space under the roots of an old marula tree. Not too deep, not too shallow. The entrance is narrow, just wide enough to slide through without turning. You sniff, scratch, circle once, then you slip inside. The air is cool, the walls tight, the roof low, perfect. You press your body into the dirt. Let your claws curl in. Let your stomach stretch out across stone and root, and silence. And then you stop. No patrol, no hunt, no sound. Your chest rises, falls. The world outside keeps moving. But in here, it no longer needs your attention. This is the long sleep. Not because you're injured, not because you're scared, because your body knows it's time to pause. Even predators must rest. Even survival must slow. You breathe in the earth. Dry, bitter, grounding. You smell old tunnels, old fear, old lives that passed through this space before you. It doesn't matter. Right now, it's yours. You tuck your head into your shoulder. Your heartbeat drops. Your muscles soften. Your mind fades. There are no dreams here, no images, no sound, just a warmth inside you, a rhythm of life that's allowed finally to go quiet. You do not twitch. You do not shift. You just sleep for hours, maybe days, in this pocket of time where nothing touches you. No bees, no snakes, no thorns, no hunger, only the slow beating of your own pulse. Somewhere deep in your chest, the dirt becomes your blanket, the tree root becomes your pillow, the silence becomes your protection, and in the world above. The sun moves, clouds drift, winds change, but you remain still, and this stillness is not weakness. It's part of the design, because real power doesn't chase every movement. It waits, it listens, it sleeps, when sleep is what's needed, and when the time comes, you'll wake again, hungrier, sharper, ready, but not yet. Tonight, you rest in the belly of the earth, wrapped in dirt, wrapped in instinct, wrapped in the truth that even the strongest animals know when to be still. Chapter 19. Burnt land beneath your feet. You wake to heat, not sunlight, not flame, but the after, a heat that has already come and gone. You rise slowly, claws scratch against dry root. Your body stiff, but rested. You sniff the air. Nothing. No familiar smells. No birds. No insects. Just ash. You crawl out from under the tree roots, and the world is black. The grass gone. The bushes melted to stumps. The bark peeled and charred. Even the sky looks different. Paler, as if the fire ate colour. You stand still, one paw in the dirt. It crumbles beneath you, soft, warm, dead. This was a burn, a wide one, the kind that eats everything in its way, not to destroy, but to renew. Still, it leaves you nothing. No trails, no prey, no shade. Only the ghosts of where things used to be. You walk, carefully. The ground is brittle now. Each step breaks something unseen. Charcoal dust sticks to your claws. The tips of your fur catch black soot. The wind carries ash. But you do not cough. You do not flinch. You've known this before. You've crossed this before. And you know what fire means. It means change. It means the world reshaped itself while you slept. No permission. No warning. Just flame. Then quiet. You walk past trees split down the middle. Hollows once home to snakes, now filled with smoke. Burrows collapsed. Paths erased. You are not afraid. You are simply somewhere new now. You stop at a blackened termite mound. Sniff it. Claw once at its side. Nothing inside. You move on. This is not the time to eat. This is the time to understand. Your nose scans the wind. Your eyes read shadows. Your body maps the silence. And slowly, a new rhythm builds. Because the world always builds again, even after it burns. There will be new dens, new trails, new prey, but not yet. Now, it is all soot, so you walk, alone, unbothered, balanced on the edge of something dying and something beginning. Your paws press into the ashes, as if pressing into memory, and the only sound you carry is the sound of your own breath. Quiet, low, certain. You've survived worse, and the land will feed you again, but tonight it sleeps. And so, soon, will you. Chapter 20. The First Rain. It begins without warning. One drop, then another, barely felt. like cool fingers brushing your spine. You pause mid-step. Head lifts. Nose twitches. Again, a drop lands between your eyes. Slides down your snout. Disappears into your fur. Then silence. Then more. You look up. The sky is grey. Still. Wide. Empty of birds. And then it opens. Rain, not a storm. Not a flood, but a soft, deliberate falling. Thin lines of water slipping through the air, touching every blackened leaf, every cracked mound, every ash-covered trail. The smell is instant. Earth, life, change. You breathe it in deeply. It doesn't smell like prey, or threat, or danger. It smells like permission, like the world allowing itself to begin again. You don't run for cover. You stand there, still in the open, and let it soak you. Your fur grows heavy. Your whiskers drip. Your back twitches under the cooling touch. Every drop is a drumbeat, a pattern, a rhythm you didn't know you missed. The dust on your nose melts into lines. The soot on your legs slides away. You're being cleaned, quietly, naturally, without effort, and something in you softens. This land, scorched and silent just moments ago, begins to shift under the rain. Tiny cracks fill with water. Old seeds stir beneath the soil. Burrows drink through their walls. You walk slowly now. The ground has changed. Softer, stickier, but alive. Puddles form in old paw prints. Blades of grass press up from black mud. A single beetle crawls out from a hole near a rock. And above you, the rain falls on everything evenly, not favouring, not punishing, just falling. You open your mouth slightly, catch a drop on your tongue. It tastes clean. It tastes like something you've always known. And for a moment, you stop being the fighter, the digger, the survivor. You're just part of it all. This is not your world to control. It is your world to feel. You lower your body to the wet ground. Let your belly touch the cold mud. Let your eyes half close. Let your breath become as slow as the falling rain. And just rest there, under the sky, under the sound, under the weight of something gentle for once. You do not sleep, but you let go of planning, of searching, of defending, and in the rhythm of the rain, you find something rare. Stillness without fear, movement without threat, water without drowning. You stay there until the drops slow, until the scent of new grass begins to grow beneath your nose, until the sky starts to lift and the clouds begin to break apart. Then you rise, shaking once, softly. Water flies from your coat in an arc, and you walk forward again, clean, worn, alive. Chapter 21. Night without shelter. The light disappears slowly, not behind a tree, not over a hill, but everywhere all at once. The clouds dissolve, the wind softens, and the sky becomes a quiet ceiling of deep blue-black. You've walked far today. The burn, the rain, the smell of wet bark and damp stone still clinging to your coat. You should be in a den by now, under a root, inside a mound, within the folds of some earth-warmed hollow, but tonight there's no such place. You found nothing, no burrow, no cave, no crack in the land that felt right, so you stop. In the open, the grass is flat here, the ground is soft, still damp from the rain. There's no cover, no nest, no shield from eyes above. You turn once, twice, sniff, scratch, pause. Then you lay down, just like that, because sometimes there is no shelter, and sometimes you don't need it. Your body presses into the cooling earth. Your chest touches the ground. Your belly sinks into mud. Your breath becomes shallow, slow. The stars begin to appear. First one, then 3, then a skyfall. You don't look up. You don't care what they mean, but they're there, flickering, cold and bright and distant. A jackal calls far away. Owls speak in low syllables from high branches, but none of it touches you, because you are flat, still, just another part of the night. You don't have a roof. You don't have a door, but you have your skin, your instincts, your knowing, and tonight, that is enough. Your ears stay alert, not in panic, but in awareness. You listen to the wind moving through the short grass. You feel it brush your shoulder. You feel it dry your fur. You feel it move over you like a blanket made of breath. There is no comfort here, but there is truth. This is the real wild. No walls, no plans, no control. Just a body, the ground, and a sky so large it makes you forget what it means to be small. You blink, once, twice, then your eyes stay closed. You are not protected. You are not hidden. You are simply here. And somehow, that's enough. You sleep without shelter, and nothing takes you, nothing bites, nothing finds, because the night isn't always cruel. Sometimes it just watches, and as your breathing slows, as your chest rises and falls in rhythm with the wind, as the stars turn in their endless silence, you let go of needing, of searching, of even wanting rest. And that's when it comes. Not sleep from comfort. Sleep from existence. The kind where you forget what shape you are, where you forget the edges of your body, where you become just part of the dark. And for once, that's exactly what you needed. Chapter 22. The Unexpected Guest. A sound. Small, dull, not far. Your ear twitches before your eyes open, but you don't move. You stay pressed against the cool earth, still wrapped in the dark, like a shadow within a shadow. The sound comes again. Crunch, pause, crunch, soft steps over wet soil. You don't rise. You don't tense. You only listen. Something is walking, not hunting, not rushing, just walking. It doesn't know you're here, or maybe it does, but doesn't care. You lift your nose slightly. The scent arrives late, carried by a breeze. Thin and shy, you smell musk, fur, old dust, something alive, but not large, not a predator, not a rival, just another body, moving through the same world. You crack one eye open. There, between two bent stalks of grass, a figure moves, low, deliberate, unbothered. A mongoose? A civet? You don't know. You don't need to. It walks the edge of your vision, like a whisper. You stay still, your breath shallow, your heartbeat low. You share this moment, just a breath in time, with a creature who also knows the language of silence. It doesn't stop, doesn't turn, doesn't challenge. It passes. Its tail flicks once. Its shape becomes shadow. Then nothing, and you remain exactly where you were, still pressed into the ground, still part of the night, but now changed, because the world is never yours alone, not even in darkness, not even in silence. You are always surrounded by lives. You'll never meet again. Some pass near, some pass far, but they move beside you, with you, past you, without threat, without need, just existence, parallel, peaceful. The earth hums again. The air grows heavier. The silence returns, but it's a warmer silence now, because you've been seen, not hunted, not harmed, just witnessed. And somehow, that makes the night feel fuller. You lower your nose back to the dirt. Close your eyes again. Let your breath deepen. Sleep doesn't return as sharply this time. It comes slowly like the visitor, quiet, unannounced, brief, and yet it stays longer, because now you remember. The wild is not just a place of danger, it is also a place of passing presences, moments shared, names never known, but felt, And with that, you drift again. Not alone. No, not together. Just part of something moving in the night. Chapter 23. Morning heat and the buzz. You don't open your eyes at first. You feel the heat before the light. It presses down like a warm stone placed on your back. Heavy, still, persistent. You shift slightly. Muscles tight from sleeping in the open. Legs stretched against dry grass. Fur damp from dew, now slowly drying. Your nose twitches. You breathe in the morning. It smells thick, not fresh, not sharp, but alive. The scent of warmed soil, of drying mud, of something blooming where there was once ash. You open one eye, then the other. The sky is colourless at first, just brightness, white and wide. No clouds, no cover. The grass blades shimmer with soft gold. A breeze pushes across your face, and then you hear it, far off, but clear. A sound with no beginning and no pause. The buzz, not wind, not wings, not birds, bees, hundreds, maybe thousands. You lift your head slowly. The hum floats through the air like a thread, thin yet impossible to ignore. It wraps around your ears, tickles the inside of your skull. You know this sound. It's ancient. You've followed it before. You've bled for it before. It's the sound of sweet danger. Where there are bees, there is honey, but also stings. Swarms, pain, behind the promise. Still, to your mouth waters. The hunger rises before you even move. Your paws dig into the ground. You rise to your feet, shake once dust and dew, fly off your coat in a soft cloud. The air is warmer now, the sun higher, and the buzz grows stronger. It pulses through the trees, vibrates against bark, curls under leaves, fills the gaps between sound and silence. You don't move toward it yet. You listen, not to the bees, but to everything else. Is there warning? Is there shadow? Is there a predator drawn to the same sound? No, just the bees. You begin to walk slow, steady, soft steps, each one bringing you closer. Not to a feast, not to certainty, but to possibility. Your stomach grumbles. Your claws twitch with memory. You remember peeling bark, ripping hives open, enduring dozens of stings to taste what lies beneath. You don't fear it. You expect it. The sting is part of the sweetness. And so you walk not toward food, but toward an experience you've lived before and will live again. You are a honey badger. This is what you were built for. Not comfort, not ease, but endurance and reward. You blink slowly, lick your lips, and as the buzz fills your mind like a slow, rhythmic chant, you press forward, toward heat, toward hunger, toward the next lesson the land will offer. Chapter 24. Climbing for honey. You see it before you smell it. A tree, not tall, not wide, but familiar. Its bark is dark and torn. Its trunk leans at an angle, like an old warrior with a bent spine, high in the crook of two limbs, a swollen shape. Amber, dripping, buzzing, the hive. Your ears twitch, your jaw tightens. You feel the pull, not just hunger, but memory. You've done this before, clawed your way up cracked trunks, endured sting after sting, ripped through hardened wax, just for a taste, and you'll do it again. Not because it's smart, not because it's safe, because it's you. You are already climbing. Claws dig into bark. Muscles bunch. Hind legs press and rise. The wood creaks beneath your weight, but holds. A bee buzzes past your ear. Then 2 more. Then 10. They know. They feel the vibration in the tree. They sense the shift in wind. They're ready. You are too. You keep climbing. Higher. Closer. The smell reaches you now. Sweet, warm, fermented, like the earth's own blood. You lick your lips. Your stomach growls. You reach the branch, the final push. You brace yourself, and you lunge. Your claws rip through the side of the hive. Sticky wax breaks apart. Honey oozes from the wound. Then pain, not subtle, not slow, sharp, immediate, unforgiving. Stings pierce your nose. Your eyelids, the soft skin of your ears. You grunt. You don't cry out. You don't stop. You dig deeper. Your snout plunges into the hive. Your tongue finds gold. Warm, thick, ancient gold. It coats your mouth, drips from your chin, glues your whiskers together. The bees don't stop. They swarm. They fight. They punish. But you keep eating. Because, for you, this isn't punishment. It's price. And you're willing to pay. You rip off another chunk. Chew through wax and comb and sting. The world becomes noise. Buzzing in your ears, pain on your skin, sweetness in your throat. It's too much. It's just enough. You've earned this, not by deserving it, but by enduring. And as your body begins to swell, as your face becomes raw, as the bees finally retreat in clouds of warning, you climb down, slow, sticky, victorious, without celebration. You lick your paws. The taste lingers. The stings throb. But your belly is full, and you are still here. Not because you avoided pain, but because you walked through it, climbed through it, and kept going. This is what it means to live the way you do. There is no other way. Chapter 25. You were born this way. You lie beneath the sky again. Not because you must, not because there's nowhere else, but because you can. The night has returned, not as a threat, not as a storm, but as an old companion. You're swollen, scratched, sticky with dry honey along your neck and chest. Your paws are sore. Your ears still burn, but your breath is slow and steady. You've eaten, you've bled, you've survived, again, and you don't feel proud. You feel right, because this is who you are. You never chose ease. You never chased peace. You don't crave safety. You crave truth. And the truth is, you were made for this. For the digging, the hunger, the burning stings, the long nights with no roof, the battles over scraps, the silence after pain. You were never meant to glide. You were meant to grind. There is no softness to your life, but there is clarity. Every ache in your bones is earned. Every scar on your face is honest. Nothing has ever been handed to you. Everything has been taken. And that's why it matters. Because you are not gentle. You are not graceful. You are something else entirely. You are the beast that keeps walking when others lie down. You are the hunger that doesn't fade. You are the fury in small form. You are the story that no one sees coming. They look at your size and underestimate. They hear your name and laugh. But then they see what you do when cornered, when stung, when alone, and they understand. You weren't shaped by cruelty. You were born through it. The fire did not burn you. It forged you. You shift now. Roll onto your side. Let the cool of the earth press against your ribs. You let go of thoughts. You let go of moments. And you breathe. You don't dream. Honey badgers don't dream. They remember. Your body holds every lesson, every near-death escape, every sting, every clawed-out hole, every sleep under stars. And now, as the night deepens, and the wind softens, and your chest rises and falls like slow tides, you rest, not like prey, not like predator, but like something older than both. The wild is not where you live. It's what you are. So rest now. You've earned it. Not because you tried. Not because you succeeded. But because you've kept going. Because you were never meant to be anything else. You were born this way. And that's enough. Let go now. Let sleep take what it needs. Let your muscles soften. Let the dark wrap around you without question. You are not safe. You are not protected. You are not loved in the way humans mean it. But you are real, and real is the only thing that lasts. Sleep now, just like the earth intended, and that's the end of your hour in the wild. Not as a tourist, not as a narrator, but as the creature itself. Tonight, you didn't watch a honey badger, you became one. You felt the dirt beneath your claws. You walked through heat, through sting, through silence. You lived like an animal that doesn't apologize for how it survives. Now your breath is slower, your muscles looser, your thoughts almost gone. If you're still awake, you've done well, because the goal was never to stay alert. The goal was to sink into the rhythm, into the pacing, into the life. I'm glad you stayed with me this long. Now, if this kind of journey helped you unwind, go ahead and tap the like button, but only if it actually added something to your night. And drop a comment below letting me know, where are you listening from? What time is it right now? It's always interesting seeing how far these animal lives reach across the world. And now, the big question, which animal should we become next? There are so many paths we haven't walked yet, so many skins to wear for a while, so many lives to live, one slow breath at a time. I already have a few ideas. Let's just say the next one might surprise you. You'll be dropped into the mind of another wild survivor, and once again, you won't just learn about it, you'll live it. But for now, stay still, stay quiet, let the screen fade, and just drift. This has been another Animal POV sleep story. More are coming, and I can't wait to bring you inside the next one.